Throwback is the original Triple X. Came out August 9th, 2002. Original ones seem to have more of the extreme sports, stunt work, driving the car off the bridge, avalanching, explosion with the snowboard. For me, that was more enjoyable. When it was the early 2000s, still kind of had like that slight 90s feel, but it's like this is the new 90s feel. One thing I did like about the original Triple X, how young Vin Diesel looked. My God, dude. The man's kind of like a sexy man. He's got like the dome thing going on, you know, the muscles, the tattoos. I also enjoyed in the original how he was more like, the reason I'm doing these particular stunts and these things is to like make a point, throw it up on YouTube. I don't know, was YouTube in? I don't recall. Maybe, sure, whatever. Online, get the hits, and then you get Sam L that comes in. One thing I did like in the original one, the testing, all his different like tests and trials he had to do, and then in this new one, it's like, I don't like being tested.
This was before my extreme Vin Diesel fandom, before I knew he was a big nerd and a big D&D player, and before I really got into his stuff. I saw the trailer, and it's really obvious that this movie is supposed to be James Bond to the extreme, with all the X games thrown in and all that stuff in there. I mean, it's really obvious. And when you start watching the movie, you get that vibe like right away. And you kind of make a choice in your mind. Am I gonna just roll with it, or am I just gonna just bash on this movie all the way through? Because right from the beginning, the lines are cheesy, the action is ridiculously over the top, the actual setup and the tests they put him through, the lines they're just bad. It's just kind of badly written. But with that being said, it's not hard to just kind of go, I'm just going to enjoy this. It's just kind of a mindless flick, kind of like the new one. You just flip that part of your brain off that's really analyzing the movie, and you just kind of enjoy the action and the jokes, and just go with it.
Not a good movie. Not a fun movie. I kind of want one of those two things when I see a movie. Obviously, some things are a little bit dated. You look back and you're like, wow, people really wore this, or people really talked like this, or did these things. Even at that time, that's what I was asking when I saw this movie premiered. This has everything in it that I really didn't like about the 90s. Mainly the to the extreme trend. Now I get that this is essentially supposed to be a modern version of the James Bond series. This is kind of like a really bad James Bond film, where the stunts, when they're digital, are essentially pointless. What I like to see are real stunts, people actually doing amazing things. This movie has some of those moments. When Vin Diesel is on a motorbike and he's just going everywhere on the motorbike, that's what I actually gained interest in this movie.
The movie, even then in 2002, was still just like, it was fun to watch. It was just one of those mindless kind of movies, little kind of James Bond-esque to maybe target a different demographic crowd of like the extreme games. This is gonna sound really weird maybe coming from me. I'd give it an 8.5 out of 10. Like, I really would. Like, it, to me, that's how much fun it was.
When I finished watching this movie, I sat there for a moment and I said, that was really bad. Badly written, the acting was mediocre, the action was ridiculous, some of the stunt work didn't really work, and the special effects didn't really work. Why did I enjoy it so much? That's a really hard thing for me to pinpoint. I don't know why I enjoyed it as much as I did, because I recognize that the movie's not a good movie, but I had a lot of fun. I enjoyed watching it. I laughed. I laughed at the jokes. I enjoyed the action scenes. I enjoyed the ridiculous car and the gun with all the trick bullets and, you know, all the cliches. I do feel the new movie is stronger. I suggest watching, if you haven't watched our review of the new Triple X movie, it'll be on the channel with this one. I'm gonna give this movie a 7 out of 10. It is what it says it is. It's not pretending to be something it's not. It's not like the trailer comes forth and makes it seem like it's this serious story with this deep emotional value. It doesn't do that. It presents itself to be exactly what it is.
Essentially, the movie is really just a male fantasy run amok. If you're like a 17-year-old teenage boy, or just Arrested Development, maybe you're a 40-year-old teenage boy, you're probably gonna love this movie. It's just got scantily clad women everywhere. They come up to you and they're like, oh, we love you, Xander Cage. We want to make a video game about you. We're gonna party all night and do extreme sports in the daytime. It's pretty much the greatest world you can possibly imagine, but it's really badly written, horrible dialogue. My eyes were just rolling constantly, and then they were drooping, and then the heavy metal music would start pounding, and I'd have to wake up from that. And eventually the movie was over, and I was like, well, there was probably 30 good minutes of motorbike action in this that I really enjoyed, and the rest of it I just could not stand. So 5 out of 10, pretty much that's the lowest I can go.
Go on ahead and favorite this video, like these throwbacks. I'm gonna give a shout out to one of my old coworkers, Gaius. I sent him the link to the ET one, and I got his seal of approval because we went back and forth on ET. So I was like, you know what, here, there you go, my personal thoughts. Hit that subscribe button for more of these throwbacks, other movie reviews, unboxing videos, toy things, Pokemon things, they're coming, I promise. They're on their way. And remember, you heard it here at The Source.